What you're going to need to do first and foremost is enter a prompt or a question into this box. So I'm just going to type in something like, can you tell me the 10 best products to sell on Amazon that meet the following criteria? The first one is that it needs to be low cost but also have a high value. Number 2 is that it needs to be small and lightweight. Number 3, it needs to sell all year round. And number 4, it can't be tapped and competitive because of course that's going to be difficult to sell. So I'm just going to type this in just like this. You can tailor it in any way that you want. And then what I'm going to do is click on send. Okay, perfect. So as you guys just saw, within a couple seconds, it came back with all of these different winning products that I wouldn't have been able to come up with myself. So it's really helpful in that way. So from here, you can now do further research to make sure that it's definitely selling well and you're going to be able to source it. And of course, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. So the different items that it came back with are things like portable cutlery sets, cable organizers, silicone travel bottles, so on and so forth. But there's this product over here that I've never seen or heard of before, reusable silicone food covers. I'm going to use this one in this example, and for me to figure out if it's definitely selling well on Amazon, the way that I'm going to do that is by copying the product title just like this. And the way that you're going to be able to do that is by using a Amazon product research tool. The best one that I know of is called Helium 10. It's really easy to use, straightforward. It's going to let you know instantly if a product is worth selling or not. I'm going to leave a direct sign up link to Helium 10 in my description down below. Once you click that link, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Just click on get started today. Once you've then created your Helium 10 account, what you need to then do is download the Google Chrome extension tool. So once you log in, all you're going to do is click on download extension. And I've already done that. As you can see, the Helium 10 extension tool has already been installed. So what I'm going to do is just paste the title of the product that we were searching for in there just like that. And this is basically what the item looks like. As you can see, there's all of these different sellers selling all of these different silicone food covers. So on the surface, we can't really tell if it's selling well or not. And this is where the Helium 10 Google Chrome extension tool is going to come in, because if I just click on it just like this and then click on X-ray Amazon product research, it's going to show me all of this data that we're going to be able to now analyze and figure out again if it's a product that's worth selling or not. Now, first thing that I like to do is sort the revenue from highest to lowest by clicking on this column title at the top over here, and straight away we can see that all of these different Amazon sellers brought in a ridiculous amount of money from selling this product. This one brought in over $91,000, this one brought in over $43,000, this one brought in over $24,000 in the last month. And the really interesting thing about all of these different products that you can see over here that are selling really well is that you're going to be able to sell it yourself if you wanted to, and you can easily source it. Because if I just come over here to where it says find suppliers, Helium 10 are going to be able to show you some of the top rated suppliers on Alibaba.com right now that currently have these different silicone covers available for you to import and ship over to an Amazon warehouse for you to sell. Literally all you got to do is just click into any one of these different suppliers. It's then going to take you over to the suppliers page on Alibaba.com, where you're going to be able to now contact the supplier by clicking on this button over here, asking them how much it's going to cost for 30 pieces, so on and so forth. Of course, there's going to be an entire process that you need to be aware of when it comes to selling on Amazon, as well as knowing what goes into finding the best supplier and reaching out to them on Alibaba.com. So if you wanted me to make a detailed video on this topic where I go through all of the steps when it comes to building an Amazon FBA business, then put in the comments down below, do the Amazon video, and I'll get onto that ASAP. But swiftly moving on to the second way that you can use ChatGPT to help you start earning a passive source of income is by simply asking it for financial advice. Now, I've been investing for the past 4, 5, 6 years now, and the main way that I've been investing is into something called index funds. Now, the main index fund that I've been putting my money into is the S&P 500, and I've been able to see decent returns in doing so. But over the years, I've understood the importance of diversification even when it comes to something like index funds. And before I continue, if you're completely confused on what an index fund is and what the S&P 500 is, I'm just going to quickly explain it. Now, an index fund is essentially stock market investing, and instead of you buying into individual companies, when you buy into an index fund, you're buying into a group of different companies all at the same time. And there's different index funds out there that track different companies, and the S&P 500 is an index fund that's made up of the top 500 companies in the United States. So this should definitely be at the top of any beginner's investment strategy because it's one of the best forms of investment. And again, this isn't financial advice. All I'm doing is sharing how I've been able to generate tens of thousands of dollars in profit. And to quickly show you how powerful the S&P 500 is when it comes to an investment vehicle, as you can see over here, if I just jump onto this chart, ever since 2010, anyone that's invested into the S&P 500 has been able to see decent returns over the years. And even though, yes, the S&P 500 is great, and as I said, I've been able to generate tens of thousands of dollars in profit by putting my money into it, there's so many other index funds out there, but I'm not going to be able to come up with them off the top of my head. So I went over to ChatGPT and asked it for its opinion. So the prompt that I typed in was, "You are now my financial advisor. What are the 10 best index funds to invest into other than the S&P 500 so that I can diversify my investments?" You could type in something like that. It doesn't need to be the exact same thing, but I'm just going to put that and click on send. And straight away, as you can see, once again, it's now come back with all of these other index funds that I'm sure have performed well over time. Now, you are going to have to go and do your research to make sure that the chart looks good. E.g., if I just take this one over here, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, I'm just going to copy the ticker symbol, come back over to the chart. Yep, and just like the S&P 500, as you can see, it's going in a similar pattern where it's gone up over the past few years. So this is what I've done with various different investment portfolios that I've been building up. And just to show you an example of what I'm talking about, I'm just going to jump into one of my investment apps over here. In this one, I've currently got around £69,000, and currently I've got a profit available for me to withdraw of around £6,100. So I could take this out right now, spend it on whatever I want. And the way that I've been able to build up this portfolio has been with a similar method to what I just showed you. If I just click into this over here, as you can see, I'm invested into a couple different things, and the way that I was able to come up with all of these different index funds was using this method. And by the way, this isn't my only portfolio. I've got a couple different investment apps that I'm using, but the overall point that I'm trying to make is that there's a number of different ways that you can use ChatGPT, and asking it simple questions about where to put your money is just one of them. But this now brings me on to one of the third and final ways that you can use ChatGPT to assist you with making money online, which is with something called lead generation. Now, when I say lead generation, all this means is you finding email addresses for someone that needs a specific service done, and once you've got their email address, you're now going to be able to reach out to them and offer whatever service that you want to offer. The number one recommended way that I would advise beginners to use this method of finding email addresses with the help of ChatGPT is to offer the service to build websites, because there's an AI website builder that you can use, and I'm going to explain that a little bit later on. But when it comes to one of the first steps that you're going to need to take when it comes to finding all of these different email addresses is that you need to head over to Google, and you're going to need to type in a specific thing. So the prompt that you're going to type in is this: site:/facebook.com, and then the type of business that you're looking to find. So in this case, I'm going to be using a barbershop as an example. Then what you need to do is just type in @gmail.com, and essentially what you're doing is asking Google to give you a list of different businesses, specifically barbershops on Facebook, that have their email address listed. So I'm just going to click on Google search and let's see what it comes back with. Okay, perfect. So as you guys can see, all of the different results that have come back are from these Facebook business profiles with all of their different email addresses listed. So from here, it's just going to be a case of you copying all of the information just like this. It doesn't matter if it looks messy, you're just going to copy it just like this. Do the exact same thing for page 2, page 3, page 4, up until page 20 if you can keep going that long. Come over to a blank Google Doc, paste all of the pages in there just like this. And once you've done that, you're going to need to copy all of it just like this. Again, it doesn't matter if you can see images, icons, and it looks all over the place, because this is where ChatGPT is going to be able to come in. Because what you're going to do is just paste in this prompt into ChatGPT, then paste the data from your blank Google Doc, and then click on submit. And basically what I asked ChatGPT to do is just to organize the data so that I can clearly see it. And as you can see, it was able to come back instantly with all of the data sorted, with the company name, email address, and the country that the barbershop is based in. So now you're going to be able to clearly see all of the email addresses, and it's going to be a lot easier when it comes to you reaching out to them one by one. Now, if you wanted a little bit more information on how you can use this data when it comes to making money, I'm going to leave a video over there. In that video, I give you a lot more information on other ways that you can use AI technology when it comes to starting a work from home job using email addresses that you can find on the internet. And if you also wanted to enroll in a completely free course, well, in this course, I'm going to show you step by step how you can utilize the power of AI bots, free AI bots, for you to start earning $50 per day, $100 per day, even a lot more than that, you're going to be able to sign up to this free course by clicking the top link in the description down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.